just the biggest key in Saturday's game against Seeger?
Well, I know that they have real good perimeter players. We're going to have to defend the perimeter very well, and offensively for us, we have to execute our offense. I don't think there's any real secrets. We've seen some tapes on them. I'm sure they've seen us. After this many games, we've played teams like this. We've played 3-4 teams like this, but it's just a matter of executing what we try to get done here in practice all week and then carrying that into the game, both ends of the floor.
What's it like being the defending champs? Is there pressure or is it more excitement of a return or a repeat?
Well, I don't know if it's pressure. I guess if you look at it, we probably was going in a lot of time we were ranked number 1 or number 2, and that's always a little bit of extra maybe pressure if you want to call it, but I don't, the pressure is we put on ourselves. We expect to execute and play as well as we can. All the games we played this year against great competition, I don't look at any extra pressure. I really don't.
What are some of the improvements that you guys have made throughout the season?
I'm sorry?
Some of the improvements that you guys have made throughout the season so far?
Well, we really talk about rebounding and playing better defense, but our defense all year long has gotten better and better, and on our boxing out. We've worked really hard on boxing out to the fact that the kids now have to run suicides if I don't think they're boxing out correctly, but we do that as a deterrent so that we get these things done. I said, we watch basketball games, a Celtic game not very long ago, they lost a game right at the end because they didn't box out, and I said if that's us now, we're going home. So I think our defense is gradually improved. It's been good all year, but maybe gradually improved. So that's probably what we worked on more than rebounding.
I got a couple more.
I do too, but we'll go back and forth here. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the victory on Saturday? And what was that like knowing that in advance?
Well, the Bowman game, as I said, I was really concerned about the Bowman game because they have athletes all over the floor, and when they play really hard, I said they're difficult for us to play against, and I don't know, we just come out and we had a game plan that we executed to T, and we had them down 39-12 at half, and then the second half it was more of a ball game, but by then the game was over. So it meant a lot to us. I guess having an easy game like that, we haven't had one of those in a while in a semi-state or in a regional final. But it certainly was kind of relaxing to be able to sit there and know that the game was pretty well in hand. But now we're moving on. So next game's up.
Do you have any standouts off the top of your head that you remember in that game, and which girls stood out the most in that game?
Well, I think the first play of the game. We missed so many easy shots around the basket. We didn't finish well in the first game of the regional. First play of the game, we ran a play, it didn't work, but Miracle got an offensive rebound, put it back in. And right then, I just think that play, the way she finished the shot, was not the way we finished in the first game. We threw away a lot of points that first game. And so by doing that, I don't know, it's kind of the tone we set. And then we went off and we got ahead of them like 17-3, and it just mushroomed. But we got a lot of fast break baskets on them, and the game was over. But I think that first play was just, for me, kind of a calming effect that, hey, that's the way I see her usually finish. And I don't know if it was the adrenaline and the hype of that first game, and we were too excited. And so that first play, I think, really set the tone for how we play. And we did finish much better around the basket, which really, really pleased me.
You guys have been here before in the state tournament. And from what did you guys learn last year in the tournament that will help you this year and has helped you so far this year?
Well, I think it's more that you've been there. You've been in that situation. I remember, last year we played our semi-state game. We're down going to the fourth quarter, and we win that ball game. Then we go in at halftime against Brownstown Central Chent. We're down, and we win that ball game. So those experiences, those close games, and then our schedule that we have all year. Those are the things. I think our schedule all year is more important than our experience there. But those combined things really makes us prepared as well as we can be, schedule-wise, experience-wise, tournament-wise. I think we're well prepared for that because of all that.
You were talking earlier that you worked really hard on them rebounding and defense and boxing out. What are some of the other things that you really are focusing on this week in practice, especially for seniors?
Well, the kids will probably tell you, I harp a lot about execution. I just say every cut, every route, every screen, we talk about execution. I mean, you can have the greatest offense in the world, but if you don't execute it, it's not going to work. So I don't think I'm doing anything really different. I really not. It's just those things. This late in the year, you're just repeating a lot of things, and it's repetition, repetition, repetition. So I don't think we do anything really different other than preparing for this team. But we played South Bend St. Joe, a team very similar to us. You know, great outside perimeter players and so on. So I think we're well prepared, and we're not going to do anything different this week, really, than any other week, just because of what we went through this whole year.
Coach, that's all we had. Thanks. Good.